Hey guys, we are going to take a look at Ultra Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta's abilities. I'm officially nervous. I really thought they pushed the envelope with Ultimate Gohan, and I'm very nervous to take a look. I don't know if I've ever been this nervous for a reveal in terms of just the sheer amount of just nonsense they could put in this character's kit. Like this, I would say from the 5th anniversary up until now, we've seen more nonsense than we've ever seen in terms of just abilities and power creep and stuff like that. What on earth are they going to give this character? I specifically did not watch the portion of the reveal where they showed his abilities because I wanted to experience this for the first time here. So got the face cam on. You guys are going to see my very, very raw reaction to what this character is able to do. Okay, there's so much here that they've color coded the different points. Okay, counter. Oh my god, the first sentence already makes me want to cry. Counter your opponent's ultimate arts. Ultra Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta joins the fight. Okay, to be fair, Ultra Gohan can do this with his blue card, but I don't know what this means. Like, that's the first sentence. That's the first sentence. Okay, strengths. Number 1, counter that can activate against ultimate arts. If the unique gauge is full, Gogeta will activate a counter against enemy arts attacks, putting a stop to their offense. This counter can even activate against ultimate arts. So I did watch the video that they put out in the reveal, but I don't know what he does. It seemed that based off of the video, he does have a strike counter unique gauge similar to like Ultra Gohan, but we will see. Number 2, super powerful ultimate arts. Depending on how many times you press the button, the ultimate arts can become a success or even a huge success. When it's a huge success, you'll get an explosive boost. Damage will be greatly increased. Enemy Dragon Balls will be reduced by 3 on the ultimate. If you guys go back to my breakdown of Evil Boo, I said his ultimate destroying 2 Dragon Balls was really good. This guy kills 3 Dragon Balls with just landing the ultimate. Okay. Number 3, fight to the bitter end with solid defense. When Gogeta's health falls below 50%, restore health by 30%, and nullify unfavorable element factors for damage sustained. Okay, so he becomes type neutral against, defensively. So he is, I don't know what typing he is yet, actually. So whatever typing he is, he's going to become type neutral defensively when he falls below half HP. It'll be easier to survive even against elements Gogeta is at a disadvantage against. Number 4, huge offensive buffs when last character standing. He really sounds like Gohan. Like, a lot of these things are similar to Gohan. If 2 ally battle members are defeated, Gogeta will get uncancelable damage boosts, uncancelable boosts to damage inflicted, and arts card draw speed plus unfavorable element factors will be nullified. Even if you're down to your final character, don't give up, aim to turn the tide. Experience Ultra Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, the unparalleled fusion warrior with impressive offense and defense, and the ability to seize victory from the jaws of defeat. Elements purple. So he is actually purple, which is what I wanted because I just want to get rid of Ultra Gohan. We'll see if he nullifies endurance or something like that. Saiyan, GT, Fusion Warrior, Fusion, Super Saiyan 4, and Shadow Dragon Saga. You know what? Give me a second. I don't know why they don't put the battle style on here, but give me a second. I'm actually going to just quickly pull up what battle style he is. Okay, he is melee type, which makes sense. Just wanted to confirm. It might have a difference depending on what type of equipment he could use, but just good to know that. Okay, so here we go. Z ability. At Z ability 3, let's see. So it's 14 star Z ability, 5% to ultimate and awaken damage inflicted by tag Fusion Warrior, and 42% to Fusion Warrior or GT strike and blast attack. So he's both offenses. Okay. Ultra ability. His ultra ability is for Fusion Warriors. Wow, they keep doing that. I thought he was going to get a GT ultra ability, but they did give him Fusion Warriors. So every Fusion Warrior Ultra has a Fusion Warrior Ultra ability. Super Gogeta, Super Vegito, Gogeta Blue, and Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta all have Fusion Warrior. Right? They all have, I'm pretty sure they all have Fusion Warriors Ultra abilities. So that's interesting. Strike. Gogeta strikes have armor. Okay, so it's just blast. Nothing like insane on the actual strike and blast cards here. It's just impact, blast armor, damage, blast armor, and then the blast is literally just nothing. Okay. The blue card we do know is a melee blue. Oh, he nullifies blast arts. So his blue card is very similar to fused Gogeta blue, where he doesn't care about the opponent's armor break potentially, which is very, very good. This is a really long blue. Destroy your own cards on activation, then get a boosted special move damage inflicted and restores your vanishing gauge, depending on how many were destroyed. If 3 are destroyed, your vanishing gauge will get restored by 100%. Okay. Deals massive impact damage. The following effects occur upon activation. 30% special move damage for 3 counts. Seals enemies blues and greens. On activation. Seals enemies blues and greens on activation. That means like Gohan can't counter this. The sealed arts cannot be used for 5 counts. 5 counts? Destroys all of your own cards upon activation. Applies the following effects to self based on the number of arts cards destroyed. That's a lot of damage. 15, 30, and then 45. And then if 3 cards are destroyed, he gets 100% vanish back. Following effects occur on hit. Randomly draws at most 2 new cards when you have 3 or fewer cards. Randomly destroys 2 enemy cards and then null. It is a ridiculous blue card. What the hell? If you destroy your full hand, you're going to get 75% to blue card damage. And your full vanish back. And you're sealing opponents' cards. And you're killing their hand. And you're drawing more cards. And you don't care about armor break. Okay. It's a good start. A wide range special arts. So Fusion Warriors has an AoE green. I mean, they technically had one with Fusion Zamasu, but you didn't really run Fusion Zamasu on Fusion Warriors. Okay. A wide range special arts that on hit draws cards and inflicts all enemies with no switching. Use it to get a combo started. Applies the following effects to self upon activation. Restores ki by 50, 20% damage inflicted for 20 counts. Following effects occur on hit. Randomly draws at most 2 new cards, and then you inflict all enemies with no switching. This is very similar to Zenkai Red Omega Shenron. By the way, I have Ultra Golden Frieza pulled up just because I always like to have the most recent Ultra character pulled up in reference. So I'm just going to keep his screen open here. Let me actually just pull up Red Omega Shenron. If I just type in Omega here. He's very similar. This green card is very similar to this, actually. And I actually consider this to be one of the more overpowered. Oh, I think I unchecked Zenkai. No, he's Zenkai. I think this is one of the more overpowered green cards here. Inflicts all enemies with 3 sub counts upon activation. I think that's actually a little bit different. Yeah, because this is on hit, whereas Omega's is on activation. I actually probably think Omega's is a little better. Because this being on activation and being on hit is very different. Like, this being on activation means the opponent like is locked in essentially when this is used, but this is still really good. This is an AoE green card. Like, I didn't think you'd have an AoE green card. Okay, now Fusion Warriors has a real character with an AoE green card. That is a big thing to note here. All right, sorry, I had to upload my reaction video. Okay, we're back. All right, ultimate. Press the button rapidly during the arts action to buff the attack. Okay, so it sounds like it's the same like action as Ultra Vegito Blue. On a huge success, get powerful additional effects like greatly buffing damage inflicted and reducing enemy Dragon Balls by 3. Note that if you get a huge success and cause an enemy to revive, they'll revive with barely any health. Huh. Guess what? That's not going to apply to comeback. Because it's not a revive. Okay, deals supreme impact damage. The following effects occur upon activation. 20% ultimate damage inflicted for 3 counts. Nullifies enemies' endurance effects for 3 counts. Cancels enemies' attribute upgrades and buff effects. The good thing to note about that, at least, I'm not sure if this guy's going to have any way of going type neutral offensively. But for a character like Fusing Gogeta Blue, who stacks up damage reduction as a buff effect, this guy's actually going to cancel that when he activates the ultimate. Inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade minus 100% to health restoration for 20 counts. Activates an arts action on hit. The following effects occur if the button is pressed enough times during the time limit. Success increases damage and then destroys all of your enemy's cards. Huge success greatly increases damage. When this attack causes a character with a revives when health reaches 0 effect to revive. The character revives with 70% less health. 70. Okay. Reduce enemy ki by 100. Destroys all of your enemy's cards and then reduces their Dragon Balls by 3. And then he's still nullifying blast arts when charging forward. So this is the same effect as his blue card, where it is not going to care about armor break. Let me just quickly check something. Yeah, this is normal blast armor. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. All right. The question, I mean, we're not really going to understand how much damage this does. Like, I don't know what greatly increases damage means. This doesn't have any substance to me. So this is going to be something we're going to have to test out in game before we understand how much damage it does. So we only have one other example of this mechanic in game right now, and that is for Ultra Vegito Blue. Ultra Vegito Blue is the only character that has the arts action mechanic in the game. And his arts action mechanic sounds like it's the same as this one, where you just tap the screen enough times. I'm not sure, because I think Vegito's only has success and failure, right? I think. So I'm not sure how hard it's going to be to get a huge success. So we'll have to see how that works as well. Okay, main ability. You can nullify enemy destroy card and reduce key effects, so aim for a combo while your opponent is unable to stop you. Launch a truly devastating ultimate arts while you have the boost to critical rate. Critical rate, huh? Draws the ultimate arts card Rising Big Bang Kamehameha, I like the name. 30% health and 50 ki. Oh, he does go type neutral. Okay, that's offensive type neutral. That is like the premium buff we like to see on these characters. Nullifies own unfavorable element factors for 20 counts. 40% to own critical rate for 20 counts. Okay. Nullifies enemies, destroys card effects, and reduce key effects to self for 20 counts. So the only thing about this is cancelable. Type neutrality on here is cancelable. So I'm just trying to think, are there any yellow character? I mean, the only yellow character I can think of that removes buff effects when the character uses an ultimate, it's like Ultra Kid Buu, right? Also, I'm forgetting something very obvious. Like Ultra Kid Buu is the only one that comes to mind right now. Let me just take a quick scan. We go characters and then we go yellow. Ultra Kid Buu comes to mind. None of these guys do. Yeah, that's it. At least from what I can remember right now. Okay. So that shouldn't really be an issue that's cancelable. Unique ability 1, boost damage inflicted up to 240%. And nullify enemy special cover changes just by entering the battlefield. Okay, very easy way of getting special cover change. Nullification. If 2 allied battle members are defeated, then you'll also get a boost or a host of powerful uncancelable effects, like a boost to arts card draw speed and unfavorable element factor nullification. Additionally, if your health goes below 50% upon receiving an enemy arts attack, your unique gauge will be charged by 100%, setting you up for a counter. Applies the following effects to self and battle starts up 200% damage. Just for reference, here's Golden Freeze with the most recent Ultra character. He's at 170%, so they're still power creeping these. 170% goes to 200%. Okay. Reduce damage received by 70%, increases arts card draw speed by 1 level. 40% key recovery, minus 5 to arts cost. Applies the following effects to self when this character enters the battlefield. Randomly draws 1 new card when you have 3 or fewer cards. That's strong. Times where 4 cards are held are also counted as activations. Sure. Oh, it only activates 3 times. Okay. Restores key by 30. So he's not really going to have many key issues, I would imagine. 30 key here, key recovery here. Plus he's getting key recovery from the Ultra ability. Don't forget, 30%. 30% key recovery from the Ultra ability. So technically it is 70% key recovery when you add those together. And then he is getting minus 5 to arts costs on top of that. 40% damage inflicted. So he enters the battlefield with just 240% damage. Increases arts card draw speed by 1 level for 5 counts. Okay, so he has level 2 card draw speed immediately. Gradually restores health each timer count for 15 counts, and then he gets cover null for 10 counts. That's unlimited times, just 10 counts. Okay. It's a strong start. Also applies the following effects itself. There are 2 defeated battle members. Increases Dragon Balls by 1, 70% damage, 50% health restoration, 30% key recovery, card draw speed, 15% critical damage, 100% to unique gauge charge rate, and then nullifies unfavorable element factors, permanent type neutral. Let me just, for the sake of reference, let me just pull up Gohan, because Gohan up until this point was probably, well, not probably, he was the best last man standing character in the game. Here's Gohan at 170, by the way, here. He also has the same, like, this is basically what Gogeta has, but Gogeta also has cost reduction too. Where is, okay, here's Gohan's last man standing mechanics. He draws an ultimate, which obviously Gogeta does not. 70% damage, card draw speed. That's the same, right? Oh, he gets charge rate. That's different. And then he's nullifying endurance. Yeah, Gogeta's is definitely better. Like this is permanent type neutrality. I assume his unique gauge is going to be ridiculous. He gets basically triple card draw speed for the first few counts. Like permanent double card draw speed. Like this is crazy. Getting Dragon Balls too. Applies the following effects itself if own remaining health is 50% or below when hit by an enemy's arts attack while this character is in the battlefield. Activates once. Restores health by 30%. Charges unique gauge. Okay, so he's instantly going to fill his unique gauge up all the way. Nullifies unfavorable element factors for damage sustained. That's permanent? Huh. He permanently goes type neutral defensively. Applies the following effects to self if own remaining health is 50% or below when hit by an enemy's arts attack while this character is on the battlefield. Nullifies unfavorable element factors for damage sustained. Cannot be canceled. Yeah, it's just permanent. That's like fusing Super Vegito when he has a full gauge up. That's just permanent defensive type neutral. Shorten allies subcount by 5 when enemy activates a special move, ultimate arts, awakened arts, or rising rush. Okay, so that's Super Vegito also. It's the same mechanic. It's really strong. Okay. Unique ability 2. Gogeta has a special cover change against both strike and blast arts attacks. If you guys remember back, there was a span of like 4 or 5 releases in a row or something that had this. It was like Ultra Broly, Beast, Gogeta Blue. Well, not in a row, but all in like the same time frame. Like they all had this, and then they just stopped doing this. You know why? Because it's broken. That's why. Special cover change against both strike and blasts is broken. When you do activate a special cover change, you'll draw a special move. You just draw. Oh my god, that's crazy. He guaranteed draws a blue card off of a cover change that is against both strikes and blasts. Gogeta's most important feature, the unique gauge, will activate counters when full. It can even activate against ultimate arts. Okay. Plus, when you land a counter, destroy all of your opponent's cards and draw up to 4 cards of your own. After landing a counter, get ready for a counter attack. All right, here's where like the BS begins. Knocks enemy back to long range of a cover change performed against their strike or blast arts attack. Activates. So, okay, thank God they gave a restriction on that. Cover change performed against attacks. Again, we know that it's the same thing. Okay, and then comboable arts into blue card. Applies the following effects to self when performing a special cover change. Activates during assists. Randomly destroys one of your own cards and draws a blue card. Activates twice. Restores key by 20. Okay, so he doesn't get technically... I mean, there's never going to be a time, I don't think, where you're not going to have enough key to use the blue card when you're cover changing. Because typically you have enough time when you're just getting comboed by the opponent to just get your key back. I don't see that being an issue, but he does get 20 key anyway, sure. Greatly charges own unique gauge every time when hit with an enemy's arts attack while this character is on the battlefield. Greatly charges. That sounds like Super Baby 2 to me. Let me just look at his wording real quick. Greatly charges. Yeah. This is the same exact wording right here. Yeah, so it should be 3 attacks that he needs. Okay, so it's either 3 like normal arts attacks or it's 1 plus a blue card, and then he'll fill up his gauge. The following effects occur once unique gauge is full. Restores on health by 20%, cancels own attribute downgrades in normal conditions, seals enemies rising rush for 5 counts. When this character is in one of the following states, if own unique gauge is full, consumes entire unique gauge to counter most enemy arts attacks. Activates 3 times. Standing still, attacking, moving, or charging key? Charging key. Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean attacking? What do you mean attacking? Receiving an attack after switching? Cover, changing cover or during assists. Changing cover. So if you cover change into Gogeta when he has a full gauge, he'll counter. So let's just say you've used up your 2 cover changes. If he has a full gauge, he's still going to counter. What if you have this and the gauge up? Which one takes priority? I imagine it's probably the cover change takes. I don't know. Maybe I'm misunderstanding what this is saying because we've never seen this before. If own unique gauge is full when oh, here we go. Oh, it even says this. Okay, okay, I should have read this first. If own unique gauge is full when changing cover or during assists, this counter will be given priority. Okay, so it actually prioritizes the counter. I'm not sure how much I like that, actually. Well, obviously it's broken regardless, but I think I would have rather it prioritize the cover change because it's probably going to happen less. Excludes abnormal conditions and special states caused by certain arts. Own unique gauge will disappear after counter activates 3 times. Yeah, okay, so it's the same as Gohan. I'm just trying to figure out like how this even activates. It's on strikes. While this character is in one of the following states, if unique gauge is full, consumes entire unique gauge to counter most enemy arts attacks. The following effects also occur when counter activates. Randomly draws at most 4 new cards when you have 3 or fewer cards. Restores own key by 70% to the next strike arts damage inflicted. Destroys all of your enemies' cards. Cancels enemies' attribute upgrades and buff effects. Seals all enemies' main abilities and no switching for 3 counts. Okay, this is definitely something we're gonna have to see in game before I can even understand what the hell's going on here. I need to read this like again. Well, this character's in one of the following states of own unique gauge is full, consumes entire unique gauge to counter most enemy arts. Like, what does that mean? Most enemy arts attacks? Is that every attack? What if it's a blue card? Like he just counters everything. Because it even says ultimates, right? Yeah, even ultimates. Gogeta's most important feature of the unique gauge will activate counters, so you just can't attack him. Nothing works. Most, like, what does this mean? Most, and like, what is most, and like, does it work against AoE greens? Like, I don't know. I don't know what that means. Most enemy arts attacks. I assume it means like everything. And it's gonna function even when he's like charging key or attacking or cover changing. This is ridiculous. This is broken. Like, this is actually just like an upgraded version of like Ultra Gohan and UI Goku's gauge. Like, this is just ridiculous. The only thing is, it looks like you can't combo that into anything. It says counter most enemy arts, but the counter isn't like doing damage, right? Because like let's take a look at Gohan's thing here. Let's see. Yeah, Gohan says it is comboable here. Yeah, counter enemy strikes. Okay, so it just says Gohan's is comboable, Gogeta's is not, but I'm thanking God that it's not comboable because that would have been ridiculous. But even after the counter activates, they're locked in and their rush is sealed and their main abilities are sealed and they have no cards. So they can't even do anything. They actually have to like tap attack you or something. Like, I don't know. How do you even like react to this? Okay, so we're gonna have to play around with this unique gauge because I'm not exactly sure how it's gonna work. We'll have to see. It sounds extremely broken on paper. Double cover change and he draws blue cards. He has like the best last man standing ability in the game. He has permanent type neutrality if he gets below 50% HP. Card draw speed, like he seems just like a really like, and then the ultimate also, we're gonna see how hard the ultimate hits with the arts action mechanic, but he seems ridiculously broken. I would not be surprised whatsoever if he's like just very easily best in the game. We'll see. There is Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta's kit here. Let me know what you guys think. I don't know. This is a new level of power seemingly, but we will see. there are a lot of things we're going to have to actually see in game before we can see, before we can understand how good they are. So let me know what you guys think. Hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you all in the next one.